Hello, I'm Shania, and I'm doing a final team evaluation. And the main problem that our group has been communication because on the last leg of this project, they had an issue trying to reach me and they hadn't received all the messages. So we ended up getting things done later than we wanted to. And eventually was able to send them texts to figure out what happened because I was getting nervous about whether or not we were going to get it done on time. And that's what ended up solving that conflict. And the impediment to communication, in addition to not getting the messages however they sent it, was the differing schedule. So we didn't do a simultaneous Zoom call like the professor suggested. We had to record each part individually. And also, had to wait for each other to respond. That was nerve wracking. And as for communication successes, text has been a good way of communicating. Um, for some reason, email and other messages weren't as effective. So texting each other was the best way that worked. So yeah, that was a good idea to incorporate. And as for my experience as an individual, well, this project was interesting because then I just realized I had to work on my computer skills to put graphics into the document. Like on the previous leg of the project where we had to turn the actual paper, nobody put in as much infographics as I would have liked to, and I didn't have the tech skills to know how to do it. And nobody else communicated about it except for the person who had the charts and stuff on the one of the pages, on a couple of the pages. And the next question is, how have you contributed to the project so far? Well, did some of the writing and I did the conclusion for the presentation. Um, the presentation didn't seem hard. Um, and we honestly everybody just contributed where they felt there needed to be more added. That's how it instructed this guide how contributed because it felt being like a writing project with some infographics. So I just wrote under each section with the paper part and wrote the conclusion for the presentation, for my portion of the presentation. So I guess that's how it was done. And then I add that picture inside the presentation um, to contrast the comparison I was trying to make to help bring out the point. And I add the last two links on the book side, which was really about those pictures I put on the last page on the presentation. And the others were, as far as I understand, research from the paper. And what success and failures have your team experienced? Well, success-wise, just we got it done, and they came up with an effective marketing strategy, and I was able to look for the sources for the information and help them write that out. I mean, we all did the write-up, and we all did each portion, contributed to each portion, and I just wrote or added to different sections I feel needed to be added to, and successfully it was just about getting the project done, and everybody just adding it. I mean, we didn't have any issues with absent team members, just mainly communication, and the project just required a bit of creativity, like adding to a fictional idea come up with the name of the company, things like that. And yeah, that was creativity. So it required a little bit of imagination. And yeah. And the ideas in the report were really just, in a sense, to an effect, borrowed from the research on the articles. So it was applied application of the research combined for our own imaginings. Like, we made up the name of the company, but the idea of sustainable, compostable packaging was not something that was made up. That was from the book cited that for the articles we read about uh, eco-friendliness. And the main fail I feel was I felt that our group could have made more visuals for the assignment and just communicated better. And I felt that the legs of the assignment could have been better if there was more communication. And that's it. Thank you.